Hindu scripture of the master builder?
Karis is rewriting ancient Hammer texts, but to what end, we don't know.
So you want me to find out?
Yes, but there's a more pressing problem. Karis is throwing a ball for the local nobility at Angel Watch, the new Mechanist tower in Dayport. We need to know what he is up to. You have to be there, Garrett. Tonight, while the party is in progress.
Angel Watch? Is this how our arrangement is going to work? You coming up with ways for me to get myself killed?
Is this really Garrett, the master thief I hear talking? If danger is going to be a problem for you, then...
Just give me the details.
Security at the tower will be extra heavy with the city's nobility in attendance. So gaining entrance will be difficult.
For you, maybe. But I won't be knocking on the front door. The rooftops aren't called the Thieves' Highway for nothing.
I have some equipment for you. You should begin immediately. And also...
Remember to pickpocket the party guests?
You must find out whatever you can about the Cetus Project, a name our agents have overheard repeatedly. Karis has an office in the tower. Try to obtain some information there.
Brilliant idea. Try to find information about Karis' secret project in his office.
You do remember who the enemy is, don't you, Garrett?
If your information is wrong, and I end up risking my neck for nothing, this arrangement is over. Then try asking me that question again.
Hello everyone, this is Bobbin Threadbare. Life of the party. For the most part, when you ask people what their favorite level in Thief 2 is, if it's not shipping and receiving, it's this. For me, it is certainly a personal favorite. Influenced, I imagine, because before I owned the game, I played the demo quite a lot, and the demo was of this level. In fact, they had an entirely different mission briefing for it. One that didn't give anything away. In fact, Truard was alive in it. I wanted to splice it into this, but that was being difficult, so it's going to be a bonus video instead. Anyway, the reason why Life of the Party is considered so well is because Angel Watch is only going to be half of the mission. Sure enough, Victoria's provided us with a few new, interesting items. This frog beast egg, for one. You remember those assholes from Escape, don't you? Scripture passage. That'll be an interesting read. Then there's these vine arrows that replace our rope arrows. It's exactly like the regular rope arrows, except that it can also target grill work in addition to wood. Go out with a fairly traditional loadout this time. Maybe not the mine, but plenty of water arrows and plenty of flash bombs. Alright, we're starting in the clock tower here. Let's have a quick look at the stuff we bought. Alright, so that's Carlisle Armory, saying that that's got some stuff for us. Dayport Traders Bank has some diamonds in its vault. It's a much less complicated theft than stealing from the first bank was. Can't forget the map here. That we're starting over here. And we've really got quite a ways to go before we can reach Angel Watch itself. As for the building, well, we don't really have much of a map. Unfortunately, we know that the office is on the 5th floor, but not much else.
Hey, the city looks almost bearable from up here.
Let's start things off with a secret. Always nice to have a few more water arrows. There's an open window over here.
Hello? Anyone there?
Ah, crap.
I'll find you! Believe me, I will.
Yeah, sure you will. Ah, that turns on the light. Good thing he didn't think to go for it. There's only one way to go from here.
If I follow this road north, it should take me right to the Mechanist Tower.
There's a few different ways of going about that. Wait a second, who's that in there in the window? Is that a...
Come back here.
is that a keeper?
Gotta stay on my toes anyway.
Oh, we sort of accidentally alerted this fellow here through the open window.
Tapping with me, guys.
Let's see if we can take a look at him.
Come out and face me, Billy. Must be one of them grubbers again.
Let's take a look inside.
Didn't sound like rats this time.
Looks like his normal station is to just stare out the window. That's unfortunate.
Quit tapping with me, guys. I'll find you. I'll find you.
Well, now that we've got his attention, maybe he'll... whoops. Maybe he'll be wandering around. Faces back to the window. Like that. Nice and convenient. Not much of a reward, but we are aiming to explore everywhere. Looks like we're faced with our first choice here. Cut through the building, or use the ledges on the left here. I think I'll cut through the building. Only problem is that there's a guard in the building. Just barely hear him. Doesn't sound like he's in here yet. So if I hide here... Oh, good timing. Alright, so the ledge and the building both come back together over here. But there is an alternative, if you look closely. That's right. A secret passage. Now what's all this about? Looks like some sort of capsule with some food in it. Some astronomical records. Ah. So according to this one crazy asshole saw a blue star, or possibly planet in the sky, and decided that he can reach it using modern day technology. Then modern, I guess. And so he's making giant rockets. He's powering them with this sunburst device. Oh yes. You remember those from the cathedral, I hope. Right, and this is also a fairly good shortcut. Fairly good, I mean, in that it is quite a bit shorter than the normal route. Unfortunately, as someone dedicated to showing off everything, we'll be having to backtrack as soon as I clear out the guards here.
Damn coffee brewer is broken. These fancy gadgets around here. I can't get a simple mug of coffee. Not again.
Yeah, again. Alright, so the second guard's in here. Oh good, he's facing away from me. He doesn't always, you see. And in here, we get some silver and some supplies. Flash bombs are always welcome. Now up here, we have some further shortcuts. Go in a couple different directions. But again, we'll be taking the long way around because the long way has its own set of loot. You really ought to read that particular journal in the thread. It is quite fascinating. And speaking of fascinating...
And I'm telling you that the only stench heartier than your rotting burrick of a master is the liquor on his fetid breath. If he comes near Lady Van Vernon again, we'll boil his knickers.
Oh, mighty fine words coming from a knock-kneed, inbred page boy such as yourself. Our good Master Willie wouldn't be caught near that frumpy little trollop unless he were holding her back at the end of a halberd.
How dare you defile the name of someone so good and virtuous as the Lady Van Vernon? Our lady is a saint among mortal women. An angel so pure the heavens couldn't hold her.
Ah, your lady, an angel? You're lucky the dockside whore keeps aren't bashing down her door for stealing their clientele. Why, just last night, I saw her out back, warming up the stable boy.
Such slander will not be tolerated while we're on watch. You'd best run and rescue your helpless limp lord before he flounders in his own vomit, or wakes up naked in a hen coop. Scurry off, or you'll require some unnecessary ventilation.
Is that a threat, you shriveled old maid? You gonna prick us with your sewing needles? On this side of the street, we shoot like soldiers, so don't make promises your arrows can't keep.
You got too far this time, you camel-mannered, tunic-wearing mollycoddle! An arrow in the throat will shut you up!
Have at thee!
So I may not be able to kill anybody, but I suppose I could influence the victory here. And now there's only one of them to deal with. Unfortunately, he is in the highest alert state.
And face me, villain.
So I may need to use one of these. Ow. Right, wow. That was fascinating. So over here, we have the way through. Yeah, it's rather unfortunate, but you'll basically have to deal with any survivors. Because the only two ways across involve getting rather up close with their stations. Oh, come on, give me your arrows. I know you've got some, you son of a bitch. Give me your arrows. Thank you. And you. Where are yours? In your chest. Okay. Alright, so here's the other way across here. It's got some loot. We saw the guard in the distance here.
Well, seems clear. Oh!
Seems clear now. Right, and there's a couple of guards on this crenellated rooftop here. Gotta be careful about getting their attention. Ah, there's one. There's the other. Looks like this one has a key. Well, it's mine now. Alright, so the key itself opens the door. Obviously. Such nice timing. What? Empty? Not quite. Looks like this is the Fieldstone estate I'm on right now. I'll just drop the key. My inventory's gonna get real full by the end of this.
Quiet, you lumbering ox. You're making enough racket to wake the whole of Dayport.
Well, it's dark, and I can't seize what I'm lifting.
What you'll see is the haft of my sword across your brow if you don't hurry things up. There's a guard in the building, and we're both skewered if he hears you.
All right. But I got me a question. Do we want the gold or the jewelry?
We want whatever you can carry, you tougher. Now hurry it along before we're seen. Or maybe you want to spend a lifetime or two in the Bluecoats Company?
The Bluecoats? Where?
Oh, just hurry it up already.
Well, well, housebreakers. How quaint.
I'd rather like the gold and the jewelry, so let's get their attention.
You won't stay hidden for long, Tapper.
They're kind of facing each other, so that's why I have to get them alerted. Ah, damn it, why do they always look a few feet away? There you go.
Uh-oh. I didn't do this.
Amateurs.
I'm gonna count to 3, so you better come out. Trouble's about. Keep sharp. Trouble's about. Keep sharp.
Ugh! What? Oh, come on. What? God, these guys suck. Right, so here's the jewelry. Here's the gold. Well, what do you know? I'm carrying a lot more than just that. Now, as for that guard, you can hear him downstairs. There's the hat trick. So right here is one way forward. It's awfully close to the rooftop I just came from. So I could have gone around. The other way is down here. This giant hole in the wall, which connects to a broken elevator. I guess not every building in Dayport is in as fine condition as the Mechanist Tower. and here is the Necromancer Tower. We'll be going into that a bit later. Instead, for now, this is the end of part 1.